Good morning, folks. It is November 30th, 2024. We are wrapping up a historical month for not only America, but for XRP, of course. In this video, I'm going to issue an XRP Pump Warning. Going live here before I head on over to my Discord weekly call that starts at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Every Saturday, I meet with my Discord group in a private call, and we have a lot of fun discussing what's taking place in this market, the moves that I'm making, along with my investments, my business moves, everything in between. We discussed that in that private setting. But I wanted to come on here real quick and record this update. I figured I would just flip the switch, go live, and record this XRP Pump Warning because XRP just went up to $1.94, maybe 95, depending on your exchange last night. And we are seeing basically so much gas left in this tank, so much momentum behind XRP. And it has everybody asking the trillion-dollar question, are we going to get another pullback, right? We don't have enough XRP. Folks want just a little bit more. You have 9,000 XRP. You wanted to hit your 10,000 XRP target, whatever the story may be. We're not looking back. I'm sorry. This train is a moving, and any temporary pullbacks that we're going to get right here is all that I see is just being short, healthy backtest, healthy corrections. The one caveat, we'll put a little asterisk, is a black swan event. Of course, I've been talking about this, right? And we always got to stay ready for the unthinkable. And so we do so by having some cash. We do so by having some precious metals. We do so by having a business that's recession proof. And then we worry about stacking up as much of this as possible because the worst thing that you can do is not have any exposure. The only thing worse than that is trying to short and staying in front of this freight train that is moving at a pretty good speed so far. With a lot, this thing's just getting rolling though, and we're picking up speed, picking up momentum. XRP looking like it's ready to break $2 at any moment. Let's cover this update here real quick for you guys this morning. I also am standing up here. I wanted to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to try not to dance around too much. We're not doing any TikTok dances or O-face thumbnail clickbait until XRP goes to all-time high, but warning, it is coming, okay? I never do that, but it will be time to do some TikTok dances and some O-face thumbnail clickbait when XRP does go to all-time high. But let's get right on into it, folks, because we got to stay focused. This thing's moving, and the reason why I titled the XRP Pump Warning for the video here today is because many folks have been caught off guard, and now's the time where we need to step in here, develop a game plan, have an exit strategy, have a plan to reallocate our assets after this bull run. It's not just for XRP, it's for our other assets as well. This thing's moving, and this is all based off of retail buyers and sellers and a small amount of institutional exposure that's taking place with ETFs over in Europe. Obviously, we have ETF filings here in the United States, but none of that's live here in the United States, right? RLUSD, I'm going to talk about that in today's video. We got the scoop from Eleanor Terrett, and we're going to be going live with RLUSD at the beginning of December. December 4th was the date. We'll see. I never hang my hat on, oh, this date is going to be RLUSD go live, XRP is going to $100. Throw that type of crap out the window when you're looking at XRP. It's never worked like that in the past. You know, for me, most of the dates that I've come across and said, okay, look forward to that date has been where we're going to have a market pullback. Like Elon Musk is going to go on Saturday Night Live and pump up Bitcoin and Dogecoin, and all the crypto bros are pumping it up. And I was one of the few that was saying, guys, we're going to be dumping by the time Elon takes the stage. By the time he gives his opening monologue skit, that chart's going to be coming back down. And that's exactly what happened. So if you're wondering when the next pullback might happen, it might be here when Brad Garlinghouse goes on 60 Minutes. Now, the question remains, is the 60 Minutes episode going to be tomorrow, this Sunday, or is it going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks? We don't know. We're trying to confirm it. But I want to give a shout out here. Digital Asset Investor asked Grok, and according to Grok, he is going to be on 60 Minutes tomorrow, this Sunday. Now, what I've shared here is that the time slot is 7 p.m. Eastern. 60 Minutes time slot on CBS is 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So we can tune in tomorrow. CBS kind of clickbaiting us along. You know, they're building up the hype. Oh, is Brad going to be on this week? And then watch, they'll put him on next week or 2 weeks out, right? Let's max engage though, right? Like I said, let's give 60 Minutes. They're dying, right? They're really struggling, mainstream media, and I'm not here to prop them up or save them, but let's send a message by having 1 million XRP members, XRP family members tune into the stream, right? Let's send a message to mainstream media that, yeah, See what happens when you guys cover real news, real story, the greatest financial story in the past 100 years, potentially. Let's have some fun with it, and let's go raid their stream, I guess we'll call it. So we'll see, maybe tomorrow, maybe not. 7 p.m. Eastern's the slot. Stay tuned for that. Here's your XRP 4-hour chart showing 295% gains since right before the election, right? So as we entered a new reality, Trump victory confirmed, Make America Great Again confirmed, Make America Healthy Again confirmed. Merch is on the way, by the way. After that, what's been the best performers? XLM leading the way with 610% gains, but XRP right behind here with nearly 300%. Swing low of 49 cents all the way up here to $1.94, basically $1.95 this last night. Now, I hope that you guys can achieve the level of peace that I've obtained, because when this pump first started going, I was waking up in the middle of the night and I was max engaging and I was posting, a dozen bullish tweets in the middle of the night trying to, get this thing going. Now this thing is moving, and I checked my charts last night and I was like, okay, I'm going back to bed and I'm getting some good sleep. I got my Discord weekly call in the morning and I don't want to be staying up all night. So last night when my son woke me up in the middle of the night at about 2 o'clock, I checked the price. I confirmed, wow, $1.91. We hadn't gone up to $1.94 yet. I said, that's great. I know my bags are packed. I'm going back to sleep, right? And I want you guys to have that level of confidence and calmness about you as we navigate the rest of this XRP bull run, right? So once again, I got my exit strategy listed down below, and you guys can tap into that, or you can join me in the private community if you want to ask me direct questions about your plan, how you're positioned for this bull run, all of that and more. Okay. Now we got a bill here that's set to pass, and this is going to introduce a decentralization test. So of course we got Scam Daddy coming out of the woodworks, one of the biggest fudsters and haters and spreaders of misinformation and lies about XRP. He comes out and he says, this bill has passed the House. If it passes the Senate and is signed into law, XRP will be classified as not decentralized and will be regulated by the SEC. Okay, there's something here we need to look at though. A blockchain is considered decentralized if no single entity has unilateral control and no issuer or affiliated person holds 20% or more of the digital asset or its voting power. Assets on such blockchains are classified as digital commodities under CFTC jurisdiction. And we know that Trump wants to put most of the crypto space under the CFTC jurisdiction. And this decentralization test is kind of what we're missing. Traditional ICOs, how they've been done, most of those were investment contracts. And so we do believe that those contracts do constitute unregistered securities offering in most cases. Are the tokens themselves securities? No, but the way that they were offered through the ICO, that was the investment contract. Now, as we apply and we look at these networks, okay, is this network decentralized? Does any entity or person have more than 20% control? And of course, you got folks like, Scam Daddy and others who love to spread misinformation and not explain things all the way through, that yes, Ripple holds about 40% of the supply in escrow, almost 40 billion. They have, probably another 5-10 billion outside of the escrow that they control as well. So they would have 50% of the control. Let's dive in though. Do they have control of the escrow when it's not in their possession? No. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say that the XRP in escrow is not part of the circulating supply, but then include it when it comes to the decentralization test. See, this is where they're going to get exposed for how they've manipulated and suppressed the XRP circulating supply. Because for every other project, the coins that are held by the founders still is included in circulating supply. But for XRP, we don't include it. So you can't have it both ways, right? If they don't have access to the escrow, which they literally don't, right? And even as it opens up on the first of the month, they get access to 1 billion XRP. They don't get access to the rest of it. So Ripple can cryptographically show that they don't have access to that 40%. Now, let's just round up and say that they have another 10 billion outside of the escrow. That would mean that Ripple has about 10% of the supply that they actually do have control of. Now, when it comes to the validation of the network, Ripple only runs one validator on the UNL right now. So they don't have control of the network when it comes to validation. They don't have control of over 20% of the supply at any one given time. And then the other, part that these guys love to leave out is the fact that we have proof of Ripple doing pre-allocation contracts, options contracts with the likes of R3 for 5 billion XRP. Now, if you believe that that was the only pre-allocation contract that Ripple's ever done, then our good friend Digital Asset Investor has an igloo to sell you in South Georgia, right? I mean, come on. We know we have 1,700 NDAs. We know we had over, 40 entities that continued to buy XRP from Ripple during the lawsuit. XRP has been distributed, and it can be distributed like that through pre-allocation contracts that are already done and can be executed at any time. Now, to the extent that Ripple's going to do pre-allocation contracts going forward, that was the part that the SEC the SEC won on. The court, judge ruled that the investment contracts to institutional buyers, that was an investment contract unregistered securities offering. So going forward, all Ripple has to do is register those pre-allocation contracts going forward, where they say, hey, yeah, we're going to sell to R3. R3 wants 5 billion. We'll give them a 3-year option. Well, that was the best deal ever done. R3 had a 3-year option to buy 5 billion XRP at less than a penny. That deal started in 2016 and went all the way through 2019. It fell apart during the 2017 bull run when XRP started to run. And because R3 didn't follow through with their end of the deal and basically getting more adoption to the XRP ledger, which is what Ripple expected. Now, you got expectation, you got an investment, you got expectation based off the efforts of others. This is where you have an investment contract, a real investment contract. The R3 deal is an investment contract to the T. But once again, there's no problem because they're an institution. You register it. It's not a big deal. But the point being is that Ripple does not have more than 20% of the validation. They don't have more than 20% of the supply. Cryptographically, that can be proven through the escrow. There's no way for Ripple to get that out. There's no way to unwind or undo the escrow. So watch out, because as we continue this bull run, the FUDsters are getting more and more desperate, trying to find ways to poke holes in the XRP story. They're getting really desperate, especially now that we're pumping towards $2. It's one thing for us to prove these guys wrong by explaining this out through the documentation, the partnerships, explaining how the escrow works. We could do that till the sun comes up and these guys will still FUD us out. But the one thing that silences them, and you'll notice this if you take a look around, where are they at? Where are they at? All it took was XRP going to $2, not even all-time high, and it shut up every single one of these clowns. Ain't that something? Now, continuing on here, because I know this is another thing that has people worried about, and I want to explain this too. Will RLUSD remove the need for XRP? Simple answer. Direct to the point? No, absolutely not. See, what RLUSD is going to do is it's going to bring more liquidity into the XRP ecosystem. It's actually a positive for XRP. And when it comes to DeFi, it's very difficult to use such volatile assets like an XRP in DeFi because it's so volatile. How are you going to take out a loan against your XRP when it's pumping by 20% in a day, right? When it's up over 300% in a month. Now think about this, because this can go both ways. You put up some XRP for collateral, well then all of a sudden XRP shoots up. Well, you need way less XRP to have that amount of collateral in a dollar amount, right? Say simple math. You needed to put up 50,000 worth of collateral. So you put up that much in XRP. Well, XRP goes up 5x. You're way over collateralized. That's a problem. Can you get it back out? Do you have that? Do you have the terms of that structured in your DeFi program? Do you have the terms structured with the bank that you're going to do that loan with? Because if not, then you're going to be way over collateralized, and you're going to, you'll it's like the Nostro and the Vostro accounts. You'll have pre-funded liquidity. You'll be over collateralized. You'll have just dormant capital sitting within your DeFi loan that if you don't have that, structured in a way where you can get that out, you're going to be in trouble. And the same thing goes the other way. You put up XRP for collateral and then it nukes by 50%, then you're getting margin called. Then they're calling your loan due. You need a stable coin, right? And for getting institutions onboarded into crypto, they don't necessarily want to dive right in head first into, let's buy a big bag of XRP. Let's buy a big bag of Bitcoin. We're going to hold Bitcoin. We're going to use XRP. We're going to use other blockchains. These guys are just dipping their toes in the water. They got their life jacket on. They got their goggles on. They make sure that there's a lifeguard on duty. We're degens or whatever we are, right? We jump right on in, cannonball, buy us a big bag of XRP. We don't even know what we're going to do with it, but we know that the number is going to go up, so we just get a big bag. But these banks and institutions, they got the lifeguard has to be in place. That's the regulations, right? And then they got to have their safety vest on. They got to have their goggles on. And mommy has to hold them in, walk them into the water too. And that's Ripple. Ripple's holding the hand. See, this is how it works. And the problem is we've been waiting for all of this to happen. Regulations haven't been set. We've been waiting for DeFi on the XRP ledger to explode. We didn't have the functionality. Well, now it's all coming. And what Ripple stablecoin is going to do is it's going to allow institutional DeFi on the XRP ledger to explode, right? And so what we got here is the scoop from Eleanor Terrett that Ripple is going to be, they're waiting on the New York Department of Financial Services, the NYDFS, to approve their stablecoin. And it's looking like we might get a possible launch date on December 4th. So we are literally maybe 5 days away, a handful of days away from this stablecoin going live. Once again, this only brings more liquidity into the XRP ecosystem. And I was talking about this on my TikTok live yesterday. I said, it's really cute what we're doing over here in the memes, right? We're getting some of these memes up to $20 million market caps. And I was rooting it on saying, I'd love to see us get some of these XRP memes up to 100 million market cap, and I don't care which one it is, drop, bear, I don't care. I'm rooting for us. Let's get a meme coin to $1 billion market cap. And I was saying how great that was. But I said, but what we're doing in the memes is going to look like child's play compared to Ripple and other institutions coming in to tokenize billions of dollars of value in the flip of a switch. And I think that Ripple's going to do that with their stablecoin. We had the private equity firm Orem just 2 weeks ago said that they were going to tokenize $1 billion worth of equity and debt in the first of its kind offering on the XRP ledger. So I was like, we're max engaging, we're pumping it up. Let's get our memes up to $100 million. Oh my goodness, that's great. It's silly compared to what we're going to watch these institutions do, where they come in and say, oh yeah, we've already raised the funds. We already got $1 billion ready to invest. We're ready to tokenize it. And as soon as they launch it, boom, you're going to have an asset that has $1 billion tokenized on the ledger like that. You're going to have an asset with $1 billion market cap like that. No max engaging, no rating posts, no paying for advertisements on Dex Screener, none of that. Flip of the switch, boom, $1 billion tokenized. Ripple's going to do it with their stablecoin. And shoot, their stablecoin could easily go up into hundreds of billions. We're looking at the stablecoin market cap at 160, 180 billion, somewhere in there, going towards 3 trillion over the next few years. That's what's coming, right? So, is the RLUSD stablecoin going to achieve a market cap eventually of 100 billion, 200 billion, a trillion? It's all possible. Absolutely 100% possible. And, like I said, though, I want the best of both worlds. Let's pump up the memes and let's, we'll pump up the memes and have fun while we're waiting for the banks and the institutions to come in. But, in conclusion, guys, just please understand that, this has been a point of contention and confusion here lately. RLUSD will not take away from XRP. You still need XRP as a bridge currency. If you want to go from US dollar to US dollar, in this example, settling using RLUSD on the XRP ledger will still use XRP, will still burn XRP. So this is where we're getting US dollar liquidity that otherwise wouldn't be on the XRP ledger. Now it's going to be on the XRP ledger. Look at the success of Tether. Look at the success of USDC. Look at how effectively Tether has pumped up and propped up Bitcoin. And I'm not saying that Ripple's using this as an instrument to pump up XRP. It's just an effect that will be, that will be experienced because of Ripple bringing that liquidity onto the XRP ledger. Now, of course, they are issuing it on Ethereum as well, but that's more so of a move to bridge and bring some of that liquidity over our way, just like we're doing with the EVM sidechain that we had. Now that's being restructured and going to be done through Acceler, but they're going to connect us with over 90 different blockchains. For right now, Ripple's only issuing RLUSD on XRP Ledger and Ethereum, but eventually they could, issue it on other chains as well. And then you'd have most likely one-to-one convertibility if you wanted to bring that liquidity over from Ethereum or another chain over to the XRP Ledger. Ripple would allow you to facilitate that in a one-to-one transaction, just like Circle does, Circle's on all sorts of blockchains, right? Same thing with Tether. So that's what we expect. And it is just massive. And folks, the things that we've been talking about for a while here now, the masses are finally starting to come around, and they're starting to have their interest piqued when they look at this XRP story. This is Gary Cardone, big Bitcoin maxi, but of course he has his XRP moonbag, and he says, it appears that XRP is running out of supply. This will elicit a lot of response from who cares to thank God. And, you know, we don't have to be so polarizing. I wish that we weren't. The perception that we have in the space is like just all out maxis really take kind of the light and get most of the attention. And it drives away some people. And so that's why we're trying to bring in folks. And what I try to do is cut out the FUD and also cut out the crazy, like, and I don't rule out high prices. You guys know that, but it's just, we get stupidity that's shared, right? That, oh, we have confirmation that Elon bought XRP because a wallet from 2013 was labeled Elon's wallet. Well, anybody can label that. Now, is Elon buying XRP? Yes, maybe he is. Is XRP going to be integrated in X payments? Yes, I believe it will, 100%. But folks pick up on rumors and speculation, and then they share it as if it's gospel. And that drives away some people. But now we got folks coming back around saying, wait, what is going on here? What is happening here with this XRP supply? And I've been talking about the supply shock coming for a while now. See, these guys are talking about supply shock. Gary doesn't even know how the escrow works. He doesn't even realize that Ripple hasn't been selling to exchanges programmatically since 2019. The only XRP that's trickling down to retail is XRP that was sold off to on-demand liquidity partners that basically falls through the cracks. They're no longer using it, and then they end up turning around and selling it on the exchanges. But Ripple hasn't been selling XRP programmatically to the exchanges since 2019. Where's our supply going to come from? That's the question I've been asking. And the question also, you know, one part of that equation is when the buying demand comes in and we see that on these exchanges, there's not tens of billions of XRP just sitting there freely on the exchanges to be had. One final point here. We got Crypto Insight UK showing us the inverted XRP Ethereum chart on the monthly. Another perspective showing us here. Another technical analysis. Another indicator. Another chart. Another metric. They're all saying the same thing. The XRP rally is just getting started. There is still so much momentum. And like I said yesterday, if we're following this 2017 fractal, we're only about 25% into this pump. We're only about a quarter of the way into this pump, meaning that we're going to be going up to all-time high in a range of about $3 to $6, maybe $7, chopping sideways for a bit, and then the 2017 fractal finish off towards the end of the year. See, at the start of 2017, XRP was less than a penny. Middle of 2017, it was ranging between 20 and 30 cents. And then in December, that's when it went from 25 cents to $3.80 in less than a month. We follow that same fractal. We're going to run up to $3 to $6, a new all-time high. Excuse me. We're going to run up to a new all-time high. We're going to chop sideways for a while, and then we're going to actually finish this bull run later into next year. This thing's just getting going. So are you too late? Well, I think you're too late for 50-cent XRP. I think you're too late for $1 XRP. And here, before long, you might be too late for $2 XRP, right? So right now we're watching this thing. It's at $1.87.5 right now as I finish up this update. I'm going to be heading on over into my Discord weekly call. We have this every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. If you want to get into the Discord group, you got to sign up through Patreon. That gets you access to Discord group, and you can come on into the family and join us there. All right. On the way out, if you guys could do me a big favor, can you like this video? Can you help me out by sharing our content out far and wide? And let's try to get as many people as we can into this thing before we're too late for $2, before we're too late for $5, before we're too late for $10 XRP. Those days are coming. I appreciate all of you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care out there. God bless you all. Thank you.